What does prioritizing mean to you? Doing the most important thing first or the most urgent one? Or maybe both? Whatever your definition is, it needs to be redefined in a real life dispatcher role. As a dispatcher, you will soon realize that you need to effectively multitask and communicate accurately. Consider the following scenario, and we are going to have a lot of similar scenarios throughout these series. It's a quiet Sunday morning in late August, and you're taking over the shift from your midnight counterpart. You're following 10 flights in the air and should release 4 flights to Washington, D.C., or for short, DCA in Virginia, from DFW, or Dallas Fort Worth, Houston, Atlanta, and Miami. Looking at the convective front moving to DC area, you know you need to have at least one alternate for DCA in case your weather drops below minimum. You face ramp closure in DCA and or longer than expected ATC programs. You're completing the appropriate steps. You're taking your time in checking the weather 1 hour prior and 1 hour after the scheduled landing time and watching the minimums. All of a sudden, one of your flights in the air going from Fort Lauderdale to Denver declares an emergency due to losing their left engine and is diverting to Dallas. You're in the middle of working this mechanical emergency when you get another ACARS message saying that one of your flights from San Diego to Denver, one of the passenger has symptoms similar to heart attack. An onboard doctor, one of the customers that happens to be a doctor, recommended diverting into the closest airport to seek medical attention. Here's a recap what we have so far. 4 flights that need to be released, otherwise will be delayed. Their airport minimums and alternate needs to be checked. 1 flight diverting to Dallas due to a mechanical emergency, another flight that is depending on you to advise the closest and most patient-friendly airport to divert to. Which one of these situations gets the highest priority for you to handle? Why? Clearly, this is one of the worst case scenarios possible. As a flight dispatcher, you will face a situation like this in your career more than once, guaranteed. As you can see, things can go south in a matter of minutes, if not seconds. Generally speaking, in the event of having some sort of mechanical, medical, or any other kind of emergency for a flight that is in the air, you need to focus all your attention to that flight. Aside from emergencies, you need to learn how to prioritize and multitask. If not, your flights will be delayed, and it will cost a lot for your company. If these type of delays happen several times during the week or month, your airline may end up losing their destination airport slots. Delayed flights disrupt the flow of traffic at the departure and destination airports. When your flight takes up the gate space longer than expected for any reason, people may miss their connecting flights. Sometimes they are connecting to the last flight of the day. If they miss their flight, they have to spend a night over to the connecting airport. Your manager or supervisor will soon be at your desk asking you what's going on. Below, I will show you a good model to help you decide what needs your highest attention and what can wait. All of our tasks fall into one of the following 4 categories, whatever the task may be. In a dispatch world, you always need to accomplish the task in category 1. Depending on the situation, you can then head over to the task in the 2nd or 3rd category. Tasks in the 4th category include checking your Facebook page and etc., and it's not recommended, no matter how slow your shift is. When your shift finally slows down, no more releases or flights that need your immediate attention, try to read your work-related manuals and familiarize yourself with what you can or what you can use to better dispatch your flights. One thing that your hiring manager will almost always ask on your flight dispatch interview session is the prioritization question. Refer to my previous example of your flight in the air. You need to convince them that you understand the prioritization order and that you fully understand how it works in daily operation. This would be one of your most critical questions. Be sure you have a good strategy to tackle this question, having a systematic mindset to respond to these type of questions will be one of your strongest steps towards securing your flight dispatching job.